This week's challenge is logs. Whether or not you're taking a picture, going out for a walk, or you've got a log in the garden, you've got a lovely grain on the end. Sometimes they have got interesting patterns, or you could add something to it. You could have a Lego figure or a little tiny oak man you've made up on the top. Obviously sometimes the end patterns or the end grain on the end of a log, if it's too dry, doesn't show the grain so well. But if you do them and you've got, say, a log in the house, wipe a bit of cooking oil over the end. Olive oil, sunflower oil is not a problem, and it will make the grain stand out a lot more. Here's another idea with using a log. I have a log which I didn't just purposely cut for the put it near the bird feeder, and on the top of the log put a little bit of bird food. There's actually a little bit of peanut butter because they love peanut butter, and some other bird food nearby, so the birds are going to land on that. And then it's actually fairly near the house, so I can take pictures through the window at the birds, which I shall run through when we go back inside the settings, and the best way of doing it, try and get a Christmassy feel. Obviously you can get a robin on there, which is sort of cheeky. They like mealworms, so they're the things to put down for them. Or if you're too lazy, you could use an action cam and just mount it just in front of where the thing is, and then come back in a few days later and you've probably got a few pictures of some nice birds on there. If you're really lazy, Christmas idea. If you're still searching for Christmas present ideas, people keep asking you, oh, what can you get me? How about an action cam? They work quite well. Let's go inside because I'm getting cold, and we'll run through some more ideas and some settings for it. Some more Christmas log ideas. Oh, chocolate logs. It's a waste. It's the last one in the packet, so I might as well eat it. Right. If you're taking a picture of a bird outside on a log, there's a log, Christmas ornament off the tree. Just obviously the bird comes in, lands. Don't have the bird in the middle of the picture. Have it to one side or the left. See how quickly they move. And think about which direction the bird's moving, because obviously if the bird feeder's over here, or it's going to, the bird's going to come in, land, and it's going to be facing that way. So have the log on the left hand side of the picture, like here, facing away for the empty space in the picture, rather than having it in the middle. Or if you have it this end and he's facing this end, you've got all this empty space, and it's where it's come in, it doesn't quite work so well. So you need it on the opposite side, facing the opposite side it's come in on. So ideally he's come in, landed on this side, and he's going to be flying off again that way. Quickly run down on the settings. I'm actually using manual today, but you could use speed, TV or S, depending which one it is, because the speed's obviously quite important on it. But I'm going to use manual, because if I use manual I can get the black background blurred. So I've got a low, really low F number. Oh, it's not that low, but it's 4 on this one. Because what I want is the bushes and the tree bits behind it blurred, right? Because the focal length is quite short, and I want to use the speed to keep the speed up. So I'm using manual, which on this one today I'm using 1200, but really it means I can actually hand hold it if I need to. The bird's going to come in and fly away. They usually pause a little bit, but you don't want movement. You want to keep it as sharp as possible. But also I'm using manual, but don't be frightened, because what I've done is I've put the auto ISO on. So all I'm really controlling is the two numbers here. So put your lowest F number on there, and then really the only thing you actually have to play with is speed. So, but I want a fairly fast shutter rate, Take a couple pictures after you set it up just to check the picture comes out quite well. You might have to adjust it a little bit, or take a picture of a bird landing, and then if it's too blurred, speed it up, because that's the point that it needs to be done. So I've gone from 1000, but really you could go anything from 200th of a second to 1000, or even 2000 if you wanted to. Obviously, higher you go up, there's less chance of any camera shake, and you might even catch a bird in flight. You don't have to do birds, you can do anything you like. It's a good Christmassy feel thing. Get one with a robin on the top, bit of frost around the log, crop it in. It could be anywhere. You're doing this through a window. I mean, obviously, if you haven't got a French window and you've got a higher window, you could always put the log on a table and actually just not only have the log in the picture. That works really well. So if you haven't got a full length window, you can do that with a higher one up. And it'd actually be quite interesting this week is if everyone could have a go at taking a similar type picture, because then that way we can compare how they've come out. So I shall only pictures I'm going to put on the challenge this week are all the pictures I've taken associated with this, and perhaps a couple of other odd ones, just to give you some other spurious ideas if you've gone out for a walk or something. So I hope you enjoyed watching this one. See you soon. We have a blue tit descended onto the thing now. It's just a case of catching it at the right moment.